Hello and welcome to the Ridiculously Good VA Show with Tracy Daviero. If you are a virtual assistant or want to be one, this is the place to learn the tips and tricks you need to become a ridiculously good VA. I've been a part of the VA industry since 1998, and I'm excited to get to know you and help you build an amazing business. Let's go. Hey there, welcome to another episode of the podcast that teaches you how to be a ridiculously good virtual assistant. If you're stuck and need help moving forward, do not forget to book your complimentary cut to the chase call with me so we can talk about the ways I can help you. You can book your call at yourvamentor.com/chase. Today I want to talk about the role that discipline plays in your daily routines of your VA business. Today's quote is from Jim Rohn. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Good habits and good routines are always essential in business and in life, but discipline is what makes it all happen. Let's go. I talk a lot about good habits and the importance of routines in your time management and your general VA business success, and they are important. I will continue to talk about them. But today I want to talk about the most important thing, and that is actually doing them. How many of you have created lovely routines or procedures, but then you never actually do the stuff in them? You aren't alone if that sounds like you. It's the discipline of doing what you know you have to do that will help you be successful. Like Jim Rohn says, it is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. Goals are great. You know where you want to go. You might even know the steps you need to get there. But if you never take any of those steps, your goals will stay just goals. And the idea is always to accomplish the goal. The only way to do that is to take action, probably lots of actions. And that takes discipline, and it takes habits and routines, and we're going to talk about all three today. Let's begin with habits. It's often said that building great habits is an essential part of a success as a VA, and that is true. We have a lot of balls to keep in the air, and building good habits, I think, is an excellent way to get things done. What are good habits? In terms of goal setting, they're the things that you do on a regular basis to make sure that you achieve your goals. For instance, if you're looking to get new clients, you want to make sure that one of the things you're doing is having regular conversations with other business owners. Creating a good habit around those conversations might mean asking for conversations as often as you can, when the time is right, of course. Too often we talk to people who could potentially be our clients, and yet we never ask them if they want to take some time to actually discuss working together. Lost opportunity. It's a good habit to look for those opportunities, and when they come up, ask. Another one might be processing the conversations after they take place. What went right? What went wrong? What would you change for next time? Or taking the stuff from a conversation and putting it somewhere, like a follow-up sheet or a CRM or a project management system. When you actually process what happened, you're making things better for the next time. Do more of what worked, do less of what didn't. Who here has said this after a conversation? I wish I had said this, or I didn't know what to say when she said that. These are things that we can fix for next time. It's a really good habit to process what took place so that you can adjust it moving forward or for the next time. The habits you build in how you do certain things can really help you make the most of your efforts. Our time is all very valuable, and we need to make sure that we use it all wisely. Same with follow-up. If you take the time to update your follow-up tracker with the information from that particular interaction, you can make sure that you're prepared for your next conversation with that person, and you can remember what you promised them or even just where you found them. And you may have even heard about habit stacking, which I think is a really awesome concept from the Atomic Habits book. It means stacking one habit onto another so that you can create a new habit, like taking your medication after you brush your teeth every day, or washing your hands after you go to the bathroom, or contacting another person after updating your follow-up tracker. When you do one more thing every time after you do one thing, that's stacking, and it can help you create a new habit. Having long-term habits can be really positive change in your business. You gain momentum, you streamline decisions, because you don't have to make the decision of, should I do this? It's just, oh, now I do this, right? That's how you reach success one step at a time. Think about what you're doing in your business right now that could benefit for some good habit creation or stacking. I bet you'll find at least a couple of things. Now let's talk about routines. Routines are different than habits. They include habits, but they're what you might consider a structured process of habits. I like to think of routines as establishing order of what we need to do on a regular basis. They can help you with time management because you can set a time to accomplish the things that you need to get done. You might already have a morning routine or an afternoon one. Routines are not unfamiliar in our lives, but in our business, I think sometimes we see our routines as a negative thing. In fact, virtual assistants often tell me that they don't like doing the same things over and over. But the interesting thing is that you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. Routines are such that they help you get things done. So you should be trying to find a way to incorporate them into your business. I like to advise VAs to take the first hour of the day for themselves. No email, no social media, no client work. That first hour can really help you set your day up or your week or your projects. That's a routine that I think everyone should have. When we allow our first task to be check emails from clients, that can derail your entire day. If you find that you're always running to keep up what you need to do in a day, consider that first hour or so and what you're doing, what you're allowing to make your decisions for you. And I bet you'll see that it's something that you can actually change. An end of day routine can help you get set up for the next day too, or an end of week routine. What can you put in place on Friday afternoon to help you take the weekend away from work and start as easily as possible on Monday? Or combining these two, planning your Monday and then taking that first hour to do what you planned, actually even helps more. That's kind of like routine stacking. Another tip about routines, if you find them monotonous, is to move them around during your days. So you aren't doing the same thing at the same time every day, but you can change things up. Book something in at 9 a.m. on Monday and Wednesday, the same thing at 11 on Tuesday and Thursday, and the same thing at 2 o'clock on Friday. Keeping your daytime schedule fresh can actually help you avoid that monotony if that's something that you feel. Routines help you to implement the habits, not just get stuff done. And because routines don't have to mean doing the same things every time, they can be a lot more flexible than I think you probably think. What I actually prefer instead of routines is processes. I was introduced to this concept by an ADHD entrepreneur coach, and I actually think it's brilliant. I think that our routines don't always work for us because they become repetitious, or at least maybe they don't work long term. You get tired of doing stuff. But a process is just that. It's a series of steps to get something done. It's a routine, but with a twist. A process can be created that is adjustable, and that might even work better for you. So in terms of the ADHD coach advice, I can't remember her name, but it's something like that. You can create a long process or a short process and choose which one you do based on your energy level. For instance, if you aren't feeling it one morning, rather than skipping your routine altogether, you instead choose the shorter process to do, the must-dos. That way you're making an adjustment. You aren't abandoning what you need to get done. You're just adjusting the volume of what you're doing based on how you feel. It's not do or don't do, but it's I have to at least do this. Isn't that an interesting concept? I really love it. And anyway, our energy or our schedule or our distractions can all derail routines pretty easily. I really loved this concept when I first heard it. And yes, because I have been do it or don't do it in the camp many times, I have gotten behind. It just made sense to me. So instead, figure out what it is that will still move you forward and do that, the lower energy process, right? Thinking of your routines in terms of your energy level can be really helpful to make sure that you're actually still moving forward every day toward that goal or multiple goals. And I bet that you'll find that you don't have the repetition that sometimes makes those routines mundane. Very cool concept. And finally, the big kahuna, discipline. Discipline is the key to accomplishing what you want. Why? Because discipline means doing something even if you don't want to do it. I'm happy to tell you that that doesn't need to be everything in your business. But for instance, things that you have to do or you discipline yourself to do even though you don't want to do it. Brushing your teeth as soon as you get up. Washing your hands as soon as you get them dirty. Or sending that email to invite a contact to a discovery call. Or talking to that high maintenance client about something that's bothering you. We talk about habits and routines and processes, and they are all good things. but they sometimes get stale or, as I said, skipped or avoided for one reason or another. When we work by ourselves, we can tend to let ourselves off the hook much more often and leave things that should get done. But when you're disciplined, you do that thing anyway. Of course, it makes no sense to try to be disciplined about everything. You have to pick and choose the non-negotiables. Otherwise, you're just going to get tired and quit. Discipline means identifying what the goal is and working towards it. So, if you're looking to get a certain number of new clients in the next month, what do you need to be disciplined with? Creating content that aligns with the clients you want to work with. Showing up in your networks every day to be helpful and get visibility. Having a certain number of interactions every day or every week so that you can get those discovery calls in your calendar. Following up with existing connections to further conversations. And sending proposals immediately after discovery calls or in response to an RFP or job posting. When you set a short-term goal, you need to make sure that every action you're taking is leading you towards that goal. Look at what you're doing. Is it leading you in the direction of the goal? If yes, great, keep doing it. If not, stop doing it. Do something instead that will help you reach that goal. One of my business coaches instilled this in me. When you're doing anything, ask if it's helping you to reach that goal. Look at it. Is that getting you there? If it is, keep doing it. If not, ask yourself how you can adjust it so that it is moving you in the right direction. And if you can't, then question whether you should even be doing it at all. Yes, discipline can actually help you stop doing things. If you tend to go down a social media rabbit hole, use discipline to stop doing that. Maybe that means setting an alarm that tells you when to stop surfing. Side note, are we still calling it surfing? I do. I haven't seen another word to replace that yet. Tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe that means removing the app entirely from your phone. Maybe that means never logging in until a certain time during the day. Whatever you need to help you break that habit is the discipline that you have to put in place. And if you get stuck in research and never make a decision, use discipline to stop that. Set a goal of whatever you're looking for in your research and put the data into a spreadsheet. For example, I'll find 3 hotels for my client for their event. I'll pull their booking manager's name and contact info, or I'll compare the features of 5 email management platforms and then choose the one that's right for me. You need to set the goal if you tend to get lost in research. If you're taking 8 hours to write a blog post or a podcast episode, set up some processes to help you work more efficiently. You can write a blog post in 20 minutes with the right processes and tools in place. You can also use templates, project management systems, checklists, ChatGPT, whatever you need to expedite your procedure. Let me repeat that. If you're taking 8 hours to write a blog post or a podcast episode, it's way too long. Figure out a procedure to speed up your work and do it in a timely fashion. That's discipline, right? Discipline can be used in a number of ways, and it can be the thing that makes or breaks your success because you know what you need to get to where you want to go. Anything you can do to take a step forward is progress, but letting yourself off the hook on a regular basis can derail your success so easily. Structure and strategy need help. And remember, as Jim Rohn says, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Doing what you need to do will help you accomplish your goals. What's the point of the goal if not to accomplish it? So figure out how to get it done. Discipline is essential in your business. If you're letting yourself off the hook too frequently, find an accountability partner or a group that's going to help you keep on track to say or to do what you say you want to do. Remember that part. These are things that you say you want to do, all your goals. I'm going to leave it off here for this week. I hope that gives you some insight as to how to use habits, routines, and discipline to build your VA business. Nothing works if you don't. So if you want to give yourself the best chance to succeed, you have to do it. Create the goal, determine the steps to get there, and just do it. If you need help getting your goals set up and your habits, routines, and discipline plan mapped out, get in touch with me. I'm here to help. It's the only reason I'm here at all, as you know. Say it with me, to help you become a ridiculously good virtual assistant. I have helped hundreds of VAs who are stuck get moving, and I would love to do the same thing for you. We can work together privately, through my group coaching, private, self-study, free, and paid trainings. I have lots of ways I can help you. Just reach out so we can talk about what you need. Thank you again so much for tuning in this week. I'll see you next time. I have a brand new low-cost monthly membership program that is going to help you build your VA business, and it doesn't require you to be on social media. It's an email membership that I call the Virtual Toolkit. Every Monday morning, you'll receive a lesson and a downloadable resource in your inbox that you can use to take a step further in your VA business. I've created a list of tons of amazing resources for you, from business foundations like financial stuff, calculators, website planning stuff, to marketing tools like branding worksheets, blogging templates, content calendar, marketing campaign planners, to advanced business skills like package planning, branding tools, onboarding checklists, and so on, and personal growth stuff like goal setting worksheets, speaking tips and tools, and conflict resolution tools. All of this is available to you for just $9 a month. You get your first resource as soon as you register, and every Monday after that, you will get a fresh new one. I'm super excited about it. I would love for you to go and check it out. Go to yourvamentor.com/the virtual toolkit. Check it out. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Ridiculously Good VA Show. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. For more great resources for your VA business, visit my website at yourvamentor.com. I'll see you back here next time.